Hi. In the image, you see a green surface and green top cricket pitch. On this wicket, the new ball swings, changes direction in air, especially when the sky is overcast and the air is heavy with moisture. Batsmen have to be extra cautious while playing. Here is another green top wicket. Let us now watch some examples of the swinging ball. In the Indian climate, particularly in regions like the northern plains, the weather tends to be mostly hot and dry. It doesn't naturally facilitate swing bowling conditions. In the old days, in the 1960s and 70s, Indian batsmen lacked experience of playing on such wickets. They struggled on such wickets. In 1974, in the Lord's Test. In the second innings, the entire Indian team got bundled out in 17 overs, scoring only 42 runs. That was in 74. Today, India has some of the best batsmen in the world and are capable of handling any wicket and diverse batting conditions. How did the Indian batsmen overcome this shortcoming in last few decades? Today, Indian cricketers often travel abroad for tours and tournaments where they encounter different playing conditions, including pitches conducive to swing bowling. Additionally, many Indian players participate in domestic leagues and tournaments where they face a variety of conditions, including swing friendly ones. So, while swing bowling may not be as prevalent in the Indian climate compared to places like England or New Zealand, Indian cricketers still have opportunities to practice against it and adapt their skills accordingly. What has all this got to do with bridge? A lot. Examine two hands. The first from the finals of gold category of the highest prize money bridge tournament in the world, the HCL International Bridge Tournament 2023. This was the last deal of the final. Formidables from India trailed by 11 IMPs, as you can see, 96-107. In the open room, East West had played in 6 speeds, going down 2 doubled for a score of minus 300. I was commentating 6 club makes here, I wrote, North South reached 6 clubs and East West sacrificed. If North South had bid and made a small slam in the closed room in clubs, they would have got 1370 worth 14 IMP swing and Formidables would have won the tournament. But in the closed room, North opened 1 diamond and East with 7 carded spade 7222, just 6 high card points, overcalled 1 note which was supposed to show 15 to 18 high card points in balanced, semi-balanced hand. North-South didn't seem to have adequate defenses against the psych, adequate tools to handle the situation. The bidding ended in Eastwood playing 4-speed doubled. Formidables lost to further 5 IMPs on the board and the match and the championship. The second example is from the Under-26 Open Team event in the World Youth Teams Championships 2003 at Veldhoven, Netherlands. It was India versus Croatia. This was the full hand. The Croatian East-West played 4-speed, which was an easy make. In the open room, on his strong club opening, the Croatian South with wide speed, psyched 2-speed. This was the bidding. North passed East strong 1 club, South 2-speed. What did South have? Wide in speeds. How did the bidding proceed? West doubled, North raced to 3 speeds, but East-West were unable to figure out that they had a speed contract going. They didn't have sufficient tools, adequate tools to handle that psych. They got diverted to a 5-diamond contract that went down and India lost a packet of IMPs. An inability to play the swinging ball was the Indian batsmen's undoing in the 1960s and 70s. An inability to handle psychs or even to employ psychs at the right time seems to be contributing some lost IMPs to Indian team's tally in the international competitions. Both these losses can perhaps be traced back to a lack of experience. The conditions of contest that are prevalent in the most Indian tournaments do not allow psychs. What happens when a player employs a psych? Here is an example. With the Yarborough, West responded with a 1-speed psych to his 1 heart opening bid. North passed with 18 HCP. East ribbed to heart, and when it went around to north, north passed again. That was a lovely psych by West. Clearly, north south did not have adequate tools to handle that. But they had something else up their sleeve. The story did not finish with the play of the deal. North South called the director, and the director gave an adjusted score because West had psyched. So, without doing anything whatsoever, North South were able to score their game in the board. Here is how they could have handled the psych. One hard pass, West one speed, North passes for the time being because one speed is a forcing bid. And then when two hard comes back to him, North doubles, South takes out to two speed, North raises to three speed because he has such a good hand, and South accepts the invitation because South has 6 points as against 0, 1 or 2 that he could have had for his initial two speed takeout. If you had the tools, you could easily have beat this game despite the psych. Moral of the story? One must prepare for all the situations that can come up during a bridge tournament. The system's policy must facilitate an environment that affords players adequate experience of all the possible situations. If psychs are not allowed, players are unlikely to be comfortable in handling them. The chatterati may come up with plausible bidding sequences to handle a psych post facto. However, that isn't going to show up on the score sheet. That is why it is important to allow psychs in at least some games and perhaps in all the competitions. They also add spice to the game and enhance the pleasure and the excitement of playing. I am all for allowing psychs. What is your opinion? Please post your views in the comments below this video. I'll stop this video for now. Thanks for joining. Bye.